That's the machine. You've got the orange is the high pressure hose, the black is the high pressure hose black, and suction hose is this. The high pressure hose hooks onto here, and you open the valve up there, and the suction hose goes up on here. You turn this around, it's got the filter inside. This black hose is where the wastewater goes. You lay that out, you make sure that valve, that blue valve, is closed, which it is. And when you want to drain the tank, you open it like that. So I'll put it back to close. This hooks up to your garden hose. Yep, so you pull that out. You've got another length there if you need it. That hooks up to your garden hose and feeds the water in. The water comes in, goes up through here, through a hose and into the heat exchanger. The heat exchanger is that silver thing over there, that tank over there. Inside there's a float valve that regulates the water. So too much water, it'll turn off. When there's not enough water in it, it'll stay open. All that needs to be checked over. Inside there's a series of copper tubes that heats up the water from the muffler system of the small motor. The blue thing there is the suction pump, and it runs on water, so you've got to prime it. You've got to make sure there's water in it, and there it comes up in a tube here, it comes out here, and comes down to here, and inside here. So when you take this out, you'll see a hole. Make sure this hose is connected, and shoot water down there when you first get the machine to prime it, because it's been sitting for a long time. There's no water in the pump, so you need to fill it up with water. So just fill it up, and once you've done that once, you won't have to do that again. The white tube coming out separates foam from, so too foamy, the foam comes up to the top, the water drops down to the bottom and goes in out the black hose here. So that separates air and foam and water. The operating part of the machine, this small tank is a header tank, so as you plug the water in, it will fill up the header tank, and that means that the high pressure pump, which is down in here, has always got water. So that's the header tank, that one. This one's where your chemical goes, and you push the tube in. Oh, it's old, and just see it's broken there. It just needs to be all looked at and replaced. But you push that into it, that feeds into the machine down the bottom there, and that supplies chemical when you're doing the job. But it all needs to be looked at and replaced. That's the engine. All the battery terminals need to be done. This is the machine itself. So over here you've got the radiator and stuff, which you don't really have to worry about. This used to set the level of detergent, but it doesn't really work anymore. This sets the pressure of the high pressure pump. So the more you turn it in, the more pressure you get. Again, you don't really need to touch that. That's the choke, and that's the key to turn it on and to start. This is the accelerator, so you pull that out full when you got let it run for a little minute, then pull that out full, and that's on full revs. When I do upholstery, which is what these tools here, I just pull that out at a little above idle speed, and it will not suck so much. So that way you're not going to suck the fabric off the couch or chairs or whatever you're doing. That's the hour counter and the tacho, and the other one's the oil pressure. So that's really all it is. So once you've got it all hooked up, you come up, you pull the choke on, you hit the key. When it's kicks over, you push the choke back in, and then pull the revs out, and she'll rev up to the required speed. These two valves down here, you got two red ones down here. These got to be closed. They're closed at the moment. You turn them to the side. Hang on a second. Like this. They're a bit tough because they haven't been turned for a long time, and they release the water from the tank. So if you're going from job to job, or at the end of the day and you want to drain all of the water out of the heat exchanger up there, you open those valves up and the water will go out this tube and out underneath the van into the thing, onto the ground. And that's basically it. You'd need to go over everything and just have a look at all the connectors and hoses and all that sort of stuff, just to make sure that everything's right. Okay, that's it.